Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. I would like to thank you for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wound Conversations with Z. My name is Rita, or as my friends call me, Z or Zuri BB. I should have did this before I turned on the camera, but I did. This is Dragon's Blood. Uh, I'm going to do I was on earlier today. Why is that not lighting? That's weird. It's burning, but it's not going to burn long. Okay. That might have something to be while I'm doing this reading. If it stops burning, there is something going on because I don't even remember what I talked about in the other reading fully, but there's an energy that's trying to stop something. I do know that. Um, and I did it today. I'm actually on quite early. Is that? Oh, it's on there. It's gonna burn. Um, so, and I actually have time. I took some time off. It's not my regular day, and then the other job didn't schedule me, so I'm gonna play around with you all. I might do a few more readings today. We'll see. I do have plans later. But I would like to thank you all for stopping by my channel. We talk about the inner child. We talk about things that the inner child needs to heal. We talk about how the inner child has been affected by entities in the past and present and possibly could happen in the future. Then I pull out other cards, which I have today, sacred geometry cards. So we're going to talk about some things on a deeper level. I did not pull out those other two only because I wanted to deal with this, and I have the Moonology and this other moon deck combined. I pulled it out earlier today for the sacred geometry cards, and I might pull this healing deck out. We'll see. I have it here. But well, what's been going on? We just had that new moon, and I know it's affected me because I still feel some kind of way. Somebody was trying to tap into my energy, and now I hear a sound in my ear, so that lets me know that I'm telling the truth. Um, and I've been trying to figure out why are they. I want to know why, but I just want them gone, and I know how to do it. But somebody has been really persistent in trying to tap into my energy. Um, I do have a lot of things going on, and I do have some things that are coming up, and I think that the powers that be are trying to find out how am I still getting these opportunities when they put certain obstacles in my way, because I've been fighting some battles, personal battles. They always try to find ways to get me, but I'm becoming more observant, more knowledgeable on how to sidestep them, and so they don't like it. Oh, I need to burn that too. Um, that's Dragon's Blood, and this is going to be Palo Santo because I feel the energies here. I feel they've been here all day. I stepped away for about an hour or so because I had to clear the energy within me. I had to clear it and do some cleansing. But I'm hoping that you all are doing well. Uh, we're in summer now, so it's a lot going on. I don't know why I feel so slow. I feel like dreamy. I don't know why. What that's about. But okay, what is that? Could be this. Somebody's trying to invest in your pentacle, and they trying to play in your energy. And I picked that card up for a reason. I wasn't intending to. Okay. So what these cards that I'm getting ready to put out are surrender cards. On the bottom, surrender, comparing yourself with other people. That's what they want you to do. You know, you see the people on the television, or famous people, and they look a certain way and they do this and this. They want you to be like them. That's an image they want. And once you become awakened, you don't have to do that. I'm going to pull out 5 of them. The one in the center is probably going to be the most important one. Surrender to divine timing. So, a lot of times people complain about, man, I wish I would have done this earlier. No, it was fine because you weren't ready earlier. You were people pleasing. And you had to learn some lessons to stop doing that. You had to go through some lessons that probably weren't very pleasurable. Surrender the drama. Yeah. And that's yellow, confidence, and oranges, yellow, orangey. That messes with your solar plexus, sacral. They drain you. You've already surrendered to your addictions. That's interesting. That's in reverse, which is good. This card is important. Surrender to inner peace. This is the main thing. This is what the divine wants you to do. I'm not taking that one. Because once you do that, you will surrender to your soul's path. Yeah. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. This is from the divine. This is messages from the divine. This bluish is you talking with the divine. Inner peace, this is your base, sacral, and chakra. Base, sacral, and solar plexus chakra. Drama, solar plexus. Surrender your fear of intimacy. A lot of you don't really know what intimacy means. A lot of you, intimacy has been thrown at us as sex. It's not. It's being vulnerable in many ways. But they keep you in drama so that you don't understand that. But once you surrender to this inner peace, you'll be able to understand that. One more. And I have, oh, there it is. Surrender obsessive thinking. That's the other thing. They want to keep you obsessed over stuff. That's mental. Because once you do that, you'll surrender stress. If they can keep you stressful, this is why you're doing inner peace. Because if they keep you stressful, you get sick. Your body is not in alignment. Your chakras are unaligned. Your third eye is closed. You can't get messages from the divine. You can't hear. You won't speak. You won't take the actions you need to take. You won't move forward on the things that you're being told to do. And I'm speaking for myself. I bought some candles here, and I'm supposed to be doing something with them, but I haven't, because I kind of second guessed myself. But it's not over. But yes, This main reading is about you surrendering inner peace. Once you do that, you get your inner guidance, you release the drama, you're surrendered to your body. This is the main thing, the wisdom of your body. And you release this obsessive thinking that's making you stressful. A lot of you are very stressed out. But it was designed that way for you to be stressed out. I'm gonna pull from this deck, the mixed moon deck. Nothing will come of this situation. That's what they want. They want you to be in that energy of always saying, oh, this is not going to work, and to go back to whatever you were doing. They don't want you in this inner peace energy. They don't want you there. They want you back here. And it's black. You see, it's nothing there but the moon. No. So surrender to divine timing. Meditate and contemplate. For you to get in touch with the divine, you need to meditate and contemplate. Your hard work is paying off. When you do that, your hard work will pay off. Okay, it's 2 more here. Then I'm going to take 3 more. The energy is gaining momentum. Oh my God, that was what the last message was about. This may be a continuation of that reading. You surrendering to divine timing is going to help you. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's why you need to surrender to divine timing. A lot of you have things that you want to do, but you don't have a plan. You're full of drama. You're obsessively thinking. You're not paying attention to your body. And you're definitely not surrendering to peace. Nothing will come of this situation. This is what they want. And they'll get their wish if you don't surrender to the inner peace. What's the last card here? Creation. This was in the other message too. You are at the point where you're creating what you want for your life. I think this is a part 2 to the reading that I did a few hours ago. Wow. Look at that. You need to create boundaries. Step out of your comfort zone. Show the world the real you. It goes there. Anything else for that one? Because I was not expecting that. Be bold and make the first move. Telling you what to go. This is your north node. When you surrender to your inner peace and do all this other stuff, you'll be in your north node. A lot of you are almost there. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's not until you become peaceful. Once you get into the peaceful mode, then you can control this obsessive thinking. You got to listen to your body. I was talking about how my body felt in the other video. It felt weird, like somebody was trying to tamper with it. They were trying to do something. And I did talk about a little young starseed at my job. He was trying to investigate. I didn't know what was going on at first. And then when I was like, oh, okay. And I just laughed it off. And I had to tell him, you need to quit doing that. They want you in extremes. They want you hot one moment and they want you cold one moment. But that's what's happening in the world weather-wise. Where I am, it was extremely hot. Now it's kind of slowing down. But that's not good. It's not balanced. But they do that so they can steal from you. All right. Surrender to inner peace. A personal issue reaches resolution. When you surrender to inner peace, you will resolve some things that you need to resolve. Communication is key. these cards, was in the other reading as well. Extremes. Anything else for that one? There we go. Luck is on your side. That's Sagittarius. Abundant. That's coming to you. That's what you got to do what I just said. You have to surrender to inner peace. And you have to have discernment, because a lot of people are going to be around you trying to figure out what you're doing. Your commitment is being tested. Not your commitment to another individual. Your commitment to yourself is being tested. Work through your fears. Okay. Nourish yourself. You have to eat good, healthy. And I'm saying that for myself. All this good food on here, these things, you should eat well. And then you need to release toxic things. Toxic people, toxic places. That'll allow you to, when you work through your fears, you'll be able to do that. Oh, one more. Prosperity lies ahead when you do that. It's a time for healing. I'm putting that for the wisdom, surrender to the wisdom of your body. You need to heal. There's some things that you need to heal. Things that might have happened to you, things that you might have done to yourself, things that you might have allowed to be done to yourself, whether it's a relationship, childhood, mental, it's anything. A fiery climax approaches. Once you heal yourself, work through your fears. That's gonna, while you're healing yourself. Take time to breathe out. A lot of you, and I used to do this, you used to hold your breath. I used to hold my breath in and out. When you hold your breath in, you stop the flow of air. You stop things. It becomes stagnant. The answers you need are coming. You need to talk to your higher self, your ancestors. Everything you need is within. You don't need to ask without. Emotions are running high, and a lot of people around you, their emotions are running high during this moon season because you've withheld your emotions, your energy. You've withheld a lot, and they don't like it. Look at the bigger picture. Once you look at the bigger picture, you'll understand how you were affected. You're just one part of it, but your one part is so important. And you'll understand that one part has been attacked for a reason. You know, a lot of us, we have all these different journeys that we're doing, but we could be, you know, it's funny because I need to find that deck. But I see a large body, and you got the head, the neck, shoulders, arms, hands, and all of that, and we are all different parts of that being, of that energy, of that. And depending if it's the matrix wants you to work hard using your hands, whereas if you're awakened, you're using your hands to heal. So it's like you have to awaken and jump from one ship, one body, one mode of thinking onto another. But that only happens once you become enlightened. But they don't want you to become enlightened. They want you to stay thinking obsessively about things. Once you focus, they can't control you. But don't let pride get in your way because of this weakness. This is your solar plexus, lion energy, Leo energy. And it's also your sacred. A win-win outcome is forecast. You know, once you do these things, you will be successful. It's time to take action. That's Aries. Hold your vision. It's coming. You see how that's like that? I want to see what's there. Adjustments are required. Yeah, you need to heal. You got to heal some things. And that's because once you release the stress, this will allow all of this to flow divinely. So let's get some messages about this. You know what? I'll cut it, but I'm not going to use it just yet. Have courage. Don't be scared. That's solar plexus. Be grateful you're having this experience. All right. I want to go here now. And I forgot to tell you, all the cards have been shuffled already. This is Empress energy, healing energy. It's Sri Lanka, expanded Sri Lanka. Freedom. Are you in need of a little adventure? Have the walls of your existence become too confining of late? You may be feeling constrained by your job responsibilities or a relationship that no longer works. Open your arms and embrace the light of your inner being. Know that you always have choices and that the choice you may be needing most is the freedom to be who you are, not someone the world expects you to be. Like I said, they don't want you to do that. They want to keep you stressed so you don't know who you are. They know who you are. They know, that's why they're stealing from it. All right. And I have, wait a minute. You know, when I first started really seriously looking at my life on this journey, it got a little scary at first. And I am a loner, but I'm not. I'm around people. Look at that. But at the same time, I keep to myself, and people don't like that. Fruit of life. Tetrahedron. These are really good cards. Action. This card tells you to take action on the earthly plane, and it speaks to the male side of your nature. This is the place of action. This is the fire and ambition and the understanding that it will take to bring ideas and projects to fruition. Is there a project you have been considering or a decision you have been putting off? Now is the time to take action and initiate movement that would activate ideas and complete creative projects. I just talked about that with all these cards coming out here. You're creating something. Abundance. The fruit. Whatever you're creating is going to give you abundance. 3 and 9 is 12, which is 3, which is Empress energy, but it's also Empress and Magician energy. When you get, they know who you are. They know that you can create what you need. They can't do it, and so they steal from you and keep you weak so you can't do it. Pulling this card suggests that by the fruit of your labor and intentions, abundance has entered or is about to enter your life. Abundance comes in many forms, and you are cautioned not to get caught up in thinking that all the abundance is of the monetary kind. True, as you find your life's paths, The rewards will flow easily in the area of finances. Difficult times will fade, and you will have not only plenty for your own needs, but enough to offer gifts to those in less fortunate circumstances. The maximum as you give, so shall you receive is abundantly true from the standpoint of your current situation. There is also many other types of abundance: beauty, love, friendship, hope, and growth, to name a few. In all things abundance, there exists an nourishment that feeds your needs and asks you to go beyond yourself and share with others. Remember, that was one of the other cards here. Nourishment. What's on the bottom here? Dancing through eternity. This is you and a soulmate. It's a number 22. It's a 4. It's stability. It's also a 22 is a double angel number. Relationship. Yeah. This card gives you the promise and potential. Let me back up. I'll show you the card and then I'll read, because it has a lot of spirals and stars. We are surrounded by spiral patterns every time we step into relationship and begin one of the most important dances of life. Spirals are about growth, dynamic balance, and universal integrity. This is the promise and potential of every new relationship. Guided by love and respect, begin the dance of relationship with the realization that this could be the true love of your life, the most important friendship you have ever experienced, or the perfect partnership you need for your life's work. And that's funny that it's here by the morning meeting, with your ancestors and the Kabbalah on your life's journey. So a lot of you are creating something that's going to help you either in your personal life, business life, relationship wise. What's the next card? What else can I give the collective? What else do you all need to know? Okay. That one gets 3. So, steam cave. You need to heal. There's something that you're healing. It's a 9, a 4, and a 5. So, it's Emperor and Hierophant energy, but it's a 9. So, it's Hermit. You're going deep within to heal. Elemental forces. This card speaks of connecting with elemental forces. The geometry here is of triangles and star tetrahedrons. The illustration was inspired by a hot spring steam cave in which the bathers sit in medicinal waters inside the earth and listen to the pulse of the planet as the springs ebb and flow and gurgle. There is a womb-like feeling within this cave in the earth where fire heats water into steam. So you need to honor yourself and your connection with the earth. And here it is, the flower of life. This is a 3 and a 6 and a 9. Empress and Lovers. But it's a 9. Hermit. By going within, again, language of silence, language of light. This pattern, called the flower of life, is one of the most universal pieces of sacred geometry available to us. This figure is found flash burned into granite on walls of the Osiris, the Temple of the Resurrection, in Abydos, Egypt. Also found in more than 18 countries around the globe, from Turkey to Tibet, from China to the Yucatan. The flower of life has imprinted its wisdom upon humankind. It represents a lattice of pure life force containing our cellular memory, and it becomes the matrix of all matter. So this has something to do with your Akashic records. You are asked to imagine this pattern existing as a three-dimensional holographic image made up of 19 interlocking spheres. You may even wish to draw this beautiful shape using a compass. One radius creates this amazing glyph. The flower of life is an Akashic information system. I just told you that. Meaning it contains all records of all that was, all that is, and all that will be. The messages it offers are both intimately personal and universal. Open your awareness to the knowledge contained herein and listen to the responses you receive. Trust that what comes to you is of the light and meant to be of assistance in achieving your highest good. As the blueprint for all creations, the flower of life will always have something new to teach you. Somebody is being told to heal so you can get your Akashic records, not only for yourself, but for all mankind. Earth grid. This is for you to do this lifetime. And it's two of them, so you're balanced. It's balanced. It's a change. Hierophant and Hermit. It's a lot of Hermit energy here. But it's a 14 also, so it's a 14, it's a 1 and a 4. There's a Magician and oh my God, read it, get it. Emperor energy. Slipped my mind. All these numbers. But it's a 5. It's still a 5. 1 and a 9 and a 5 is 14. 14, which is balance. That's temperance. Your balance. The 1 is a Magician. The 4 is Hierophant. When you combine them, no, the 4 is Emperor, but when you combine them, they are the Hierophant. So this is a highly spiritual number. It's a lot to say with this. And it's completion. Nope, wrong one. Stop talking because I was trying to get it together. Fellowship. By pulling this card, you are asked to look at the way energy moves and to observe the choice points in your life that amplify or diminish your energy. What do you feel brings you to your fullest potential, and where does this happen? As you act in fellowship with humankind, community is created. There are places you will feel comfortable and those that seem to sap your power. As you choose a home on the planet and in the community in which you wish to participate, you activate your place on the earth grid and find resonance with the spirit of place. Fellowship with like-minded individuals can be seen as communication grid that connects you by travel or by technology to exactly what you need to learn and experience at this moment in time. All those numbers in leadership, when you find somewhere to live, you don't just say, give me this place because it looked good. Because wherever you go, you're going to affect the environment. When I was going to move to the other outside of this where I am now, when they gave me the numbers of the address, they gave me a choice of the address. I could choose. I picked one. The one that I thought was because I knew that those numbers would help me align with whoever was in that area. And unfortunately, but fortunately for me, it fell through. I'm still happy where I am here, even though I did downsize. I'm still happy here. And I'm still affecting people in certain ways here. I'm still able to do part of what I'm supposed to do here. On the bottom, nucleus. You're transmuting a lot of things. That's a 42, Emperor and High Priestess energy. But it's a 6 again, so it's a lover, it's a decision. There are decisions you've made. You're dealing with core issues. Pulling the nucleus card shows that you are at the core of an issue or the center of debate. It is a place of beginning and inspiration. It is a position of leadership from which to move into the world or out into space and gain your wings. This is a time of energizing ideas and coming to terms with issues. Like I said, wherever you go on this earthly plane, that's what you're doing. And you're protected. Wow, where am I at? 35 minutes. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. I wasn't expecting this reading to be this long. Seed of life. Wow. You got the fruit, you got the flower. Now we got the seed. You're planting a seed. This is the beginning, and it's a 33 Empress energy, but it's a lover. You've decided something. Beginnings of change. Right now you're in the beginning of a change, a new change. This is where it all begins. Pulling this card marks the beginning of change in the progression of your inquiry. You have left the security of the center of home, of the known, and you are seeking a new way of looking at the world. In so doing, you have begun a pilgrimage that will lead you to a greater understanding of who you really are. Yours has become the path of a seeker. You are beginning an adventure that may become the passion that will fuel your life's work. So a lot of you are fueling your life's work after you surrender to inner peace. And I want to write that down because I think that's what I'm going to call this message. Here it is. For the sheep. So give me a minute while my mind is still here. I'm gonna have to go back. Just that quick. Oh my God. I'll come back. I'm gonna have to listen to the where am I at? 38. I'll have to come back to it, but yeah, by surrendering to this inner peace, you will be in what you were here to do. But I'm not gonna even say that. I'll just hold on. Anyway, it's on the bottom. Expanded Sri Lanka. What we started with. Yep. Peace. Healing. What else? I used to be nervous using these cards. I know this is part of my journey. I'm supposed to use these cards more than I do. This is part of why I was sent here. But I don't have a, oh, look at that. Somebody don't want me talking. That's okay. This one came out. Yin and Yang. It's a 7. Lucky 7. Investment. Union of opposites. Yin and Yang, like I said. You are asked to look at the way you are living and begin designing ways to bring yourself into balance with your true nature. How will it look when the dissatisfaction is mitigated? Will you be the same person? Movement towards balancing all areas of your life will activate rejuvenation and greater joy and freedom. Acknowledge the dark aspects within the light, but truly see your light shining in the darkness. This is like Dark Night of the Soul. You having victory to control your demons, balancing out your shadow aspect. They want you in the shadow. They don't want you back, because when you're in the shadow, this is what they can do. When you're in the shadow, you're controlled. They keep a lot of, they kept a lot of us in our shadow energy so that they could control us. Once you come into the light, they cannot control you. Once you're in the light, you see, you understand. Octahedron. This has something to do with the earthly plane. It's a 51. It's a Hierophant and Hierophant and magician, but it's also a lover, so it's a decision. Nourishment, mother goddess. Choosing this card suggests that you will find success and nourishment in the matter of your inquiry. There are periodic times of renewal in every life. Times when love is renewed, joy is reborn, and the excitement of living is nurtured. This is such a time. Feel the intensity of joy as it re-enters your life. As you are nourished, you will find it easier to give yourself to others and likewise nourish them and offer them a sense of hope. This time provides an excellent opportunity for you to renew old friendships and family ties. Enjoy the beauty of this renewal and drink in this nourishment into your very heart and soul. Make sure these people are not karmic that that you are giving back to, though. Like I said, this is a balance, yin and yang. They may try to push you back into nourishing some BS. Be careful with that. Because like I said, they want to steal. What else? Yeah, I'm these cards, I like these cards now. At first I was nervous using them. And I used to use them a lot earlier. I just realized I've been on here 4 years. But when I first got the cards, I was nervous using them. Vesica Pisces. This is a good card. This is oh my God. Let me slow a forward movement. Strength. But also it's a continuous cycle. And it's a masculine and feminine and whatever they create together. But let's read it, because I want you, people, that's how I see it. Birth portal. Didn't I just say that? You're birthing something. This card, the number 2 becomes creation through the Vesica Pisces. It is the interpenetration of 2 circles or spheres representing 2 holes, and it becomes a birth portal. Then I just say masculine and feminine, and in that middle, it's whatever is birth. So it could be a child or business or whatever. It is the birthing place where people and ideas join in mutual understanding and common ground. This card asks you to examine the interactions you have with loved ones and colleagues. Are you co-creating as a synergistic expression of shared wisdom and respect? Are you seeing eye to eye? Are you mutually speaking your truth? Then choosing the Vesica Pisces confirms the wholeness of your relationships and honors the potential that comes into being as a result of respect and cooperation. If, on the other hand, the spheres of influence overlap in an off-center configuration, you will likely find yourself dissatisfied and looking elsewhere for completion. If this is the case, the question becomes whether it is possible to realign energies and begin a new sense of balance and cooperation. Take action to bring about this adjustment so that all your relationships birth into growth and greater knowledge. You were programmed to be dissatisfied. And so a lot of you now are understanding that you need to do this in order to balance out and create all these things you need in your life. Okay, one more for this, and then we'll move on to something else. What else, Spirit? What else do they need to know? Trying. I want them to come out. I don't want to pick. There we go. Ka. Spirit. Oh, I like that card. 56 is 11. And 11 is justice. And 6 is lovers. 5 is Hierophant. Life force. Life force. Let this card signify your relationship to spirit and the life flow of the universe. Relax and follow your breath. Slowly allow yourself to enter this image. Use it as a device for meditation and a place from which to access the full spectrum of inner guidance. Notice how each of the colors has dimensions and holds energetic vibration. Move within the shape and touch the water lily inside. See its purity and the beauty of its form. Feel the colors moving around you as you sit with this perfect flower. Notice how the colors spin and interact with one another. Accept into your being the wholeness that is embodied in the Ka, and return to your life with the knowledge that there is order, beauty, and life force in everything. And this is a rainbow colored torus. The donut-shaped geometry of the tube torus expresses the concept of spirit as a life force. Ka comes from the Merkaba. It is spirit. The Merkaba is your protection. It's a shield. The water lilies, which are intended to symbolize our potential for enlightenment, surround and are contained within the rainbow colored torus. You're receiving this because you have a life force. You are connected to the divine. And you were sent here to do something. But they don't want you to do it. They want you to show what you have so they can pluck it. 44, transmutation. I like this card. Dynamic change. You're able to, whenever the negative forces come against you, you can change them. Pulling this card suggests that there is a dynamic change at work in your life. This change is beyond what you have experienced before and promises to transmute the very core of your being into someone you might not recognize from your present perspective. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to read any more of that. You got it. You're able to transmute things now, and they don't like that. Now we can pull this card. Gratitude. Have gratitude for this. Have gratitude. This can be seen as your third eye, but it also can be seen as your sex organ. And I'm not going to get into that. You birth through your sexual organ. Feminine energy. Can I have some messages for the collective on this? I combined 2 decks. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. They don't want you doing this, but you need to do it. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. They don't want you to do that, but you need to do it. Here's that flower of life pattern again. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So you're leaving negative, low vibrational entities. There's that gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it represents or it presents. Whatever experiences you have, you're going to use them and learn from them. Could be a love partnership. This is an important card. Intuition. This is, in this spread, this is the most important card. It has your, that's your base and sacral, moderation, death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So you are ending, you're understanding that just because something ends doesn't mean it's really over. Could be transformed. I'll take those and that's it. Remain perseverant. Don't give up. They know you're going to be in a spiritual partnership. They don't like that. Effort. It took a great effort for you to do this. But a lot of you are healing parenting issues. I'm leaving that together because it's really interesting. By using your intuition, you'll understand how your parents parented you and how the efforts, in some cases, they were not good. We'll leave it at that. Your intuition will show you that you need to use moderation in some things because you've been programmed to be in excess, overly stressed, more and more and more and more and more. You're being told, your intuition would tell you that you need to be, slow down with that. You need to, your intuition shows you that you need to have gratitude for what you have experienced. Your intuition will show the growth that you've had on this journey. Your intuition will show you this spiritual partnership that you have not only with someone else, but with the divine first. This intuition will show you that people are going to be in denial that you're having these changes. And it could be somebody in a love relationship. Use your intuition to know that things have to end so that they can begin again. It's a lot going on here. Now, we'll pull this and then I'll pull from one more. I didn't even pull a tarot. Might not need to. We'll see. I'm already almost an hour in. I didn't pull any tarot cards. I have a few decks I can pull that are ready. Fire keepers. Somebody's keeping the flame going. I've never pulled that card before. It's a 5. Hierophant. Sacred responsibility, service. Okay. You are invited to become aware of the effects your actions have on this physical plane. Are you living your bliss through your chosen vocation? Does your job contribute to the welfare of those around you as well as to your own needs? Engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity. How might you more effectively engage your intentions to set in motion your vision of the future? Explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. Wow. That's everything that I've been talking about. This deck is, okay, not as, it's a little different. It's thinner. Rainbow DNA. chakra system. Conscious evolution by active, let me see, hold on. Human DNA uses the phi ratio to form the wave that spins our genetic codes. Scientists seeking to unravel the mystery of these codes observe a mass of unexpressed DNA within the traditional double helix. Labeled by some as junk DNA, this added information epitomizes our highest potential as yet unexpressed. In most humans, only about 3% of this code is currently switched on. This is the code they don't want you switching on. They don't want, if you switch that code on, they don't exist anymore. Wow. Dolphin Merkaba. Protection emotionally. Joy, cooperation. Choosing this card asks you to connect with the joy that resides within you. We occasionally forget to exercise our joy factor. Our message of dolphins is that joy and laughter are always available, and through cooperation we can share the joy of living. Visualize yourself as playing in the dolphin Merkaba and deeply experiencing pure joy. How can you better express your joy? How can you bring more laughter into your everyday life and share the way it feels? Joy is infectious. Become its expression. This Merkaba is protection too. The Merkaba is believed to be a vehicle of dynamic balance, expanded awareness, and multi-dimensional travel. Yeah, that's one of the archangels. That's he has the Merkaba. I can't remember which one it is right now. Can I have a card, please? Just thank you. Pele Summon. Another angel, 33 angel card. Regeneration, transcendence, excellence. This card summons you to recognize your personal potential and transcend obstacles to the expression of your life's purpose. Every life holds the promise of excellence and fulfillment. Sometimes we become caught up in life's flow and lose sight of dreams and visions in the process. It may be helpful to shift your attention to that of the observer so that you may gain a wider perspective of where you are today. Are you content with your life's direction? Are you following your bliss? I think that's what I was looking for. Where's that paper? Man, figures. Oh, here it is right here. Life's purpose. All right. I think I have a title. I don't know. We'll leave it. Healing the heart. A lot of you are healing your heart. And like I said in the beginning, surrender to inner peace so you can heal your heart. This is all heart chakra colors. And Tankarna. I'm just not pronouncing that right. What's this? Antakarana. Maybe. Maybe I might be saying it wrong. I don't know. It's a bridge. A lot of you are receiving bridges of assistance The Antakarana is an ancient healing and meditation symbol that has been used in Tibet and China for thousands of years. It is the part of spiritual anatomy that connects to the physical brain and higher self. It is a bridge of light that aids in your connection to higher dimensions. It is said that the Antakarana has its own consciousness and that merely being in its presence will raise a person's vibration and assist in healing and personal evolution. Told you. A lot of you are really doing the healing work. Earth prayers. A lot of our ancestors and us have been praying for the earth because it's been raped, pillaged. Yep. And so it talks about being stewardship, sustainability. Stewardship denotes understanding that there is spirit in everything and that everything is connected. It implies awareness that each of our actions, whether it is growing a vegetable, cutting a tree, or using natural resources, affects the whole. Even our thoughts have this power. Being stewards of the earth doesn't mean living without abundance or placing judgment on the actions of others or ourselves. It does mean living with a sense of connectedness and relationship with all beings and respect on the earth. So it's saying you can have nice things and but you don't have to tear up the earth to get those nice things. And you don't have to judge other people for having those nice things either. Asparagus hands. These are healing hands. Achievement, completion. Gracious, playful female deities called Asparas are found sculpted everywhere throughout the great temple complex at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. 9 exaggerated hand movements borrowed from these captivating sculptors complement the image of pink water lilies that fill a pond facing this famous temple. 9 is the number of completion. The achievements of the ancient Khmer culture are undeniable. So you're completing, you've accomplished a lot and you're gonna complete some things in your life purpose. I did not expect this reading to, oh my God, be this long. Spiraling into love. It's a relationship. I'm going to leave that alone. Swallow the sun. You're going to, things are going to come into the light that you didn't see before. Dream, your dream life, dreams and visions. When you activate that DNA. Oh, a lot of you are going to the secret garden. That is Garden of Eden, probably. Phase mandala. This is the moon phase. Cycles. You're going to understand that you're going through cycles. Conception, manifestation, completion. Everything moves in cycles and then begins anew. Always understand that. Trinity, 3. It's another 7 card. Triangle, mother, father, and child. A triangle of the symbols. Well, I'll read it all. There is a holy divine number often associated with Christianity as the Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Here, Trinity is transposed to the holy divine creation of family, mother, father, child. The downward facing symbol, the downward facing triangle symbolizes receptivity to the commitment of your divine lineage. That's important. The triangle of the symbols of the Maya token embodies this intimate trinity. Our Hu designates the Son and the Father of the aspect of God. The Imix is the feminine aspect of God, the mother who nurtures and creates form. Ik is the wind who blows life and humor into being through breath. Pulling this card asks you to open to a greater understanding of the way you relate to your family, whether it is blood family or the community you call kin. Create in your mind a vision of peace, harmony, and respect. Allow the child at the center of this card to spiral you into appreciation of the ones you call family. Breathe love and humor into the Holy Trinity. Open your heart and offer yourself to a receptive flow of affection, coming not only from your birth family, but also from all your relations. Honor your connections to and feel honor your connection to and feel love also for the family of humankind. Now, some of us come from karmic families. So, you need to do that accordingly. Healing waters, yep. You're healing yourself. Healing what you've been through. Yep. This card counsels you to acknowledge the innate ability you already have to heal yourself, and to realize that as you progress toward personal well-being, you will be able to cleanse all manner of unwanted energies from heart and mind. As you stand beneath your shower, visualize the flow as cleansing and rejuvenating your mind, body, and soul. I don't do the shower. I do bathing. I do the bath, and I do that. But you can choose how you want to do it. What's on the bottom? The secret garden. That's that. I think I believe it's the Garden of Eden. Oh, it's a place of safety and protection. You're safe. You are invited to enter this secret garden through water, the water. Feel safety, peace, and serenity as you swim in spirals and float at the water's edge. A geometric vortex lies in the center, activating the vitality of this card. Climb out of the pool and relax with this beautiful jaguar. He will protect you and guide you to your own truth. In this safe place, you can even cuddle up with Jaguar, empowering yourself and facilitating soul work. So a lot of you are doing, I said in the beginning, doing a lot of deep work. You are healing a lot of things that have been done to you this lifetime and maybe many others. Peace offering. Together we fly. So this could be a relationship too. 40 and 60 are 100, but 4 and 6 are 10. So you're ending something. Let's do this one first. Peace offering. This card symbolizes prayers offered with the conscious intention of peaceful hearts everywhere to shift from darkness and fear to love and compassion. It advises you not to lose hope, rather live peace in whatever way you are able. By your actions and intentions, you will accelerate the process of creating true peace. Both your prayers and your efforts in the community to actively live peace and support those who are like-minded will aid in shifting the balance. In so doing, recognize that you are assisting the evolution of consciousness toward a world in which peace is truth and not solely a dream. So, I hear in my head Dr. Martin Luther King, I have a dream, and they want to steal that dream from you. They've stolen it. That's why we're in so much chaos. That was weird. And then I also hear, oh my God, I hear Biggie, it was all a dream. I used to, oh my God, that was too funny. But yeah, that too. He's dreaming about, he in that song, he's talking about the past. But if you can heal and do a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, you will grow. You have a lot of you are growing. This is freedom. Embedded within this card is a beautiful geometry that was created by the craft makers in Great Britain in 2005. It is reminiscent of ancient stone glyphs and suggests a code that, if carefully calibrated, may unlock potential and accelerate growth. This card asks you to expand your vision of personal power. Envision yourself unlocking your own capacity for growth and then reaching beyond yourself to touch the ones you love. It further asks you to allow all your relationships to flourish and grow in their own manner and to celebrate the potential for mutual growth and shared freedom. This is about a community, but it starts first with you. A lot of people aren't going to get that. They're not going to get that. They're still on that. But you can use that moon magic too. Remember how I said in the beginning that you can, I keep it. I don't give it back. Kitchen magic. What else does the collective need to know? Thank you. Look at that. Activation. You're activating a lot of stuff. And by activating stuff, their glamour magic won't work anymore. If if you're a kitchen witch, keep it up. Knowledge is power. You're activating knowledge. A lot of you are using astrology. A lot of you are getting in touch with your higher self. A lot of you are learning how to banish a lot of mess. One more. Oh, it came and it's sideways. Mediumship. A lot of you are mediums. And you know how to attract stuff to you. Thank the divine. Here's another one of these again. People, they know they're being sacrificed. They know. I'm not pulling any tarot cards. This was a lot. And we're over an hour in. An hour and 13 minutes. I'm going to leave this as it is. I may come back and do another reading. I'm kind of impressed that I actually had the time to do this. I'm hoping that it gives you the information that you need to help you on your journey. Thank you for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wound Conversations with Z. Peace.